What a difference a day made. 24 little hours.
Hi people. Well, it just so happens that my second video is in response to another video that was removed in less than a day. This video was made by Keane and mirrored by TheStallion76 before he had his online meltdown. It seems that both Brett and Coughlin took the video down because the amazing atheist took exception to some of the lies Brett was propagating about him. Brett was suspended a couple of years ago, and I've been following him for a while. I watched him before he was banned, I was there when the shit went down, and I've kept a bit of an eye on him since. Well, he's now back on YouTube as TheStallion76. Pretty ridiculous channel name, but so far he's stuck around. Who knows, maybe he'll last this time. Anyway, every once in a while, Brett tries to rewrite his internet history. He gives his own account of why he was suspended in the first place, and he never really tells it the same way twice. The one thing that's consistent is that he's always the big victim. He's always just the normal atheist video maker who wants to talk about religion as well as politics as well as movies and music until he's viciously persecuted by Christians as well as Muslims as well as pagans as well as atheists as well as others because his views are just so damn subversive and threatening to the status quo. So that's what he was doing in this video he removed. He was trying to rewrite history again. And that's prompted me to set the record straight. So sit back, kiddies, grab yourselves a nice bowl of popcorn and a steaming cup of delicious Ovaltine, because I'm going to tell the story of Brett Keane. First, let's take a look at who this man is. He was one of the first notable atheists on YouTube. He likes to think of himself as some kind of intellectual, though he constantly makes grammatical errors and misuses or mispronounces words. I'll give a couple quick examples. He often says, "I seen this," or "I seen that a while back." He says the word whenever, though he really just means when, and he says counterdict instead of contradict. He also thinks insultive is a word.
Not to be insultive or offensive.
Aside from these linguistic errors, there are certain words that he thinks make him appear to be smarter than the average bear. His favorite word is situation. Everything is a situation, either a situation or an issue. Also, he says as well as when he should really just say and. Anyway, people generally subscribe because he's always pumped out about 5 videos a day. That's because he doesn't have a fucking job. In fact, to my knowledge, in all the hundreds of hours of video he's uploaded, he's never mentioned ever working a real job in his life. He's a notorious e-beggar, and is known for telling sob stories while asking for donations. He also loved to announce that he was done making videos forever, only to change his mind the next morning.
I don't think I'll be uploading any videos anymore. I'm giving up on the videos. This ain't like the other times over on YouTube where I got a little annoyed or aggravated and I went away for a few days. This is permanent.
He did this in the hopes that some of his more mindless viewers would beg him to stay, and consequently his ego would be stroked. To get a better idea of what we're dealing with here, let's examine his current YouTube channel page. Brett Keane talks about religion, government, movies, games, music, and all the other fun stuff life brings. What is it about people on the internet capitalizing random nouns? Anyway, what does he have under occupation? Author, musician, and other stuff. Very interesting. An author and musician. Just to be clear, no publisher has ever decided to publish anything written by Brett. A website-based press prints copies of his book on demand whenever some poor sucker who watches his videos gets curious enough to shell out $15 to see what Mr. Keane has written. What they get are pseudo-religious fantasy/horror novels that haven't even been spell-checked. The amazing atheist and Cody Weber decided to follow in Brett's footsteps and use the same company to publish their drivel as well. As far as musician goes, judge for yourself, I guess.
Sorry God, I watch TV, I see the news, babies dead in dumpsters, mothers on crack, men beating women, sisters with HIV.
I have a sneaking suspicion the other stuff under the occupation heading refers to some sort of tax-funded social benefit program. Now, let's see what the self-proclaimed author has in his channel info. I was a Christian for 15 years, lost my faith and became a atheist. I love spending time with my family. With my spare minutes, I make videos about whatever comes to mind, usually proving religion to be false hope. I like making friends on the internet. Been doing internet shit for years. I like making the videos because it makes people smile and sometimes educational. For me, it's a great stress relief. Helps me relax. I plan on sticking around, but you never know what life may bring. I have health issues. However, as long as I feel okay, I will make videos. Sometimes I make too many, some may complain, but every video I'm proud of and stand behind them. Also, I like helping friends out by putting their vids up. I think you all will enjoy those vids as well. You guys take the time to watch me, so I take the time to make the best vids possible for your enjoyment and hopefully to educate others. Thank you always for your support, friends. A skillfully written bit of prose. He's obviously a natural wordsmith. Okay, let's talk about why this fat fuck was banned to begin with. He racked up a lot of enemies by being a block-happy, censoring douche. People don't like to be blocked, especially when they're simply pointing out an inconsistency or a falsity in a video. Brett became known for going back on his word and lying about past events that people had seen with their own eyes, and if anyone decided to call him on it, they'd find themselves promptly blocked from his channel. This is the main reason that, when some dirt surfaced about him, so many people were enthusiastic about pouncing on the fucker and burying his pathological ass. The first main event that led to his downfall was when public records of past domestic abuse charges filed on him by his wife were discovered. It was actually the second time this had been exposed, but his second attempt at explaining the charges contradicted his first explanation, which was a clear indication that he most likely smacked his wife around. Very soon after this happened, in perfect Brett Keane fashion, he tried to drum up some sympathy by making a poetry video about his dead mother. The only problem was, he plagiarized the poem. It was a poem by Judy Burnett about her dead father entitled Dad. Brett retitled it Erase My Innocence and made it about his dead mother. The video description simply said, by Brett Keane. The video consisted of text popping up on the screen with organ music playing while he stared at the camera holding his head and looking somber. The text was nearly identical to Burnett's poem. Brett merely changed a word or two here and there. He was probably one of those students who thought it was fine to copy a page out of a book if you switch words around. Now, to think you can get away with shit like that on a worldwide web full of search engines is absolutely moronic. In fact, prior to YouTube, Brett had been run off an atheist forum called Atheist FM for plagiarizing an essay. Apparently, he didn't learn anything from that experience. A user named Judalicious made a video exposing his plagiarism of the poem, which has been mirrored by a few people. I'll provide a link. So now Brett had haters coming at him left and right, calling him a wife-beater and a plagiarist. He decided to strike back. Brett and a nearly retarded Christian YouTuber named Firefly515 declared e-war on all of their haters, giving them 48 hours to remove any video containing their content. So now it was on. Brett and Firefly started DMCAing people, and rather than warding haters off, it generated more and made the haters even more adamant about destroying Brett Keane's reputation on the internet. As the pressure mounted on Brett, he became erratic. He put up videos accusing everyone he could imagine of being behind this barrage of hater videos and comments. He even threatened to sue YouTube for not stopping the attacks. He said some bullshit about his lawyer telling him he had a great case, and pretty much everyone laughed at him. The situation finally came to a head when somebody got a hold of his personal address and started spreading it all over YouTube. Brett freaked out, and he thought he finally knew who was behind all of his recent troubles. It must have been the guy who ran Atheist FM, the forum on which he was first exposed as a plagiarist and a wife-beater. So Brett got a hold of his personal information and put it in a video description. Not long after that, he was suspended for dropping docs. A little while later, his second account, BK Wolfman, was shut down as well. Brett went to other video sites and whined about how he had been persecuted. He lashed out at the amazing atheist, accusing him of being behind the entire series of events. Keane always insists that all of his haters are actually a maximum of about 6 people pretending to be hundreds. He tried to return to YouTube countless times, but was usually shut down within a day or two. It seems that this time, YouTube might be giving him a second chance, or maybe they just haven't noticed he's back yet. I guess only time will tell if he sticks around. As Brett aptly puts it, you never know what life may bring.